Hi guys. Last week I found something really cool in my yard and I wanted to share this with you because this is just really amazing. It's something that God has created and now we get the opportunity to look at it. So here is what I found last week. This little thing, it was sitting in my blackberry bushes. What do you think this could be? This is just a stick off one of my blackberries. Luckily mine are thornless, so I don't have to worry about getting pricked. There was this thing. What could it possibly be? I knew what it was the second I saw it because I have had these in my classroom before. So I will tell you. This little thing attached to this stick is a praying mantis egg case. So you see there's, I think this is actually the bottom. It was like this. And here's the top and the other side, and see it's just kind of wrapped around that stick. And I found this in my blackberries, and I also found one in my garden, but I think that one's kind of old. You'll see it in a minute. And I took them, and I had this butterfly case here because we had just hatched the butterflies. So I took them and I put them in this butterfly case. And if you notice, look inside my butterfly case. What do you see? All sorts of tiny baby praying mantises. There's that other one that I was talking about. It looks a whole lot older, so I actually think these came from this one, but I won't be taking the chance and taking my word for it. If you look, I've got one right there. Here, I got one on the top of the cover. See all those little babies curling around? They say that the egg case holds about 150 to 200 little babies. I think we have about 100 to 150 because they're kind of impossible to count. They're always moving. So down there you see that other case that I had, and it just looks older. It looks like it's a darker color and it's falling apart a little bit. So I'm kind of thinking that that one was maybe from last year. I found that one on my garden fence. Look at all those little babies. So we will have to let them go today because after a while, these little babies are going to start eating each other, and we don't want that to happen. So I'm going to let them go out in my yard, and they'll grow up, and they'll become really big. So what I did is I got a picture for you. Here's what they're going to look like someday. When they're grown up and big, that's a mommy praying mantis. Now, the fact that my children found very interesting is that there are male and female praying mantis. I have a picture of them too. A male and a female praying mantis. If you look, the male is a whole lot smaller than the female. He's the dark one. And this one's the female. I had another picture. Hang on. Almost there. So I have this picture, but these aren't North Carolinian ones. These are African ones. You can see the size difference, how the female is a lot bigger than the male. But here's the North Carolina praying mantis. And sometimes they're a darker color, and sometimes they're the green too. They can be either one. But if you notice that there are two different colors and two different sizes. The male is a lot smaller than the female. And so after the mommy and the daddy praying mantis make their babies, the mommy praying mantis bites the head off of the daddy praying mantis. Aren't you glad you're not a praying mantis? They're not very nice. And in fact, if you find this mama praying mantis, they're not going to bite you. They're not mean like that. But they will, if you take a stick and put it in front of them, they'll try to fight the stick. It's pretty entertaining. The reason they're called a praying mantis is if you look at their front legs, They kind of look like they're holding them up and praying. Not so much in this picture, but in this one, see, she looks like she's folding her hands and praying. So that's why they're called a praying mantis. I'll give you one more little look at our little buggies before we let them go. I hope you've enjoyed our praying mantis tutorial this morning. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.